Hello everyone, welcome to Tino shop. So this is our fall live for today, and we are in a nails marathon, a nail art marathon. So we are doing flow blue design, but before we started, I am gonna write in my website. Everything I use is at www.tinovo.shop, and we ship worldwide. Let me accept that's an invitation. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back, welcome back. Hi Maria.
It's moving real slow for some reason.
Okay. Hi Grace Diva.
I'm not. I just said it ended.
Okay, let me turn you around.
Are you sure you're in?
See?
No, it came up on my side and said it ended.
Tino shop live.
No,
Okay, everyone. We're gonna start with coffin tips. All right. The main color for today will be ultramarine colors. Okay.
there we go.
Now I am gonna choose a fair skin colors, cream nude. And let's start with let's go over our blooming material because we're gonna bloom. So I want to show you the bloom speed between 3D jelly and sanded top coat. I'm gonna show you the different bloom speed, okay? Because this one bloom fast, this one bloom slow, and we're gonna do a row. So I'm gonna show you how the speed work. First, let's show you how to draw a rose first. Okay, so in order for you to draw a rose, you just follow this simple step right here. This is the first petal. You want to make sure that your second petals, the end, see this is the end of the petal right here. You make sure that the end of the second petal always end up in the middle of the first petal. This is second petals, okay? So make sure the end is always in the middle of the first petal, and you follow that strategy all the way in, okay, for the rose. Same with from inside out. See the end of the next petal always be in the middle of the first petal. You follow that strategy and you go all the way out. And that is the simplest way to draw a rose, okay? Now let's get started. So I'm gonna show you the bloom speed between two nails. Let's start with sanded on the left side. And then 3D jelly on the right side. Okay. Now, we're gonna use ultramarine gel colors. I'm gonna take this out. So we're gonna start on the left with Shandit first. Okay, I'm gonna use the 7mm for this. 7mm brush. This is Shandit top coat. Now remember, I'm a fast drawer, so this is no problem for me. But just in case you're a slow drawer, be very careful. You have to remember all your pattern first. It's actually not bad with these colors. Something interesting happened to this. This Shandit it actually haven't bloomed yet. Usually it's bloomed right away. Wonder what happened. I wonder, is it because of the color or I haven't shake it up or something? This one is already stopped blooming. Let's see. Let me shake it up or something like that. Mm. I have to shake it up. That's why. Okay, it's already start to bloom while I'm drawing. It's already start to spread out. It's make me just a little panic, just a little bit. Okay, and you see 3D jelly is still slowly bloom and it keep its shape. Now this one is bloom wide. I'm trying. We're gonna leave it just a little bit just to see. But you see how 3D jelly is? It's more control. I really love to use 3D jelly for bloom. It stay there. Now this one, and see that is. Let's see. So wait for just a little bit. Let's leave it down here. But I'm gonna use 3D jelly for this. It's getting me more control. All right, everyone. So we're gonna start now. Let's leave it out. This one is spreading. It keeps spreading on. Okay, so the inside petal, as you can see, it's already start blooming. But one of the trick to the rose is whatever in front of it, it's gonna stop it from blooming. So inside here, if you ever work with something that bloom really fast, then make sure that you cap it with roses around it. So when it's bloom, when it hit all these petals right here, it's gonna stop blooming. Okay. Now whatever is out here, see, one of the problem is it can stop morphing because it's a top coat. It's not a builder gel like 3D jelly. It's gonna start wanting to drip and wanting to morph. So these are the two differences. Okay. So this is why I like 3D jelly more, because it's slow but steady, and that can make your rose more beautiful. And I don't dislike one before the others. It's just that this one I use it for more abstract, like when I want to do smoke or something like that. I like to use this more. But when I want to do detail, like the rose, I want it not to look like right now. This, you see what in here? It's like starting to morph a little bit. Well, it's still beautiful as a different design, but as a row, it looked like this look like a rose on acid versus this. Do you see the difference? Oh, it already start going crazy now. So it just depend on what you're doing. I like the blooming quality of both. It's just that there's time for everything. So roses, let's use 3D jelly. See, this one is already start going crazy. Okay. This is still wet. Let me clear this.
I swear I was 9 minutes late and you're halfway done already.
No. I haven't started. I was just demonstrating. That's all. Now I'm gonna start.
Right, you're just in time.
Yeah, you're just in time. All white, rose, and gold drips. And then this is tips, so I need a nude base. Still, I'm gonna top gel tan nude or cream nude. This. I'm gonna use this one still. Cream nude. Okay, let's do the green finger. Actually, I might go the whole nail on the ring fingers. Let me see. Tips. The whole nails. Actually, this is gonna be the tips. The middle gonna be the tips.
Nah.
Let me plan it out. Okay, hear this? Oh my god, look at this, you guys. See this? Crazy. It's two different kind of bloom. This one definitely abstract. Like if I do Alice in Wonderland, if I do like smoke or sway or something like that, I'm gonna use this for sure. But this is beautiful. Actually, this can inspire me to create something crazy. Let me see all of it. If the whole nail like that, it might be something cool.
So Tara, if she perks up again, I haven't removed her, but if she pops up again, feel free to grab her from there.
Okay, again, this one. Second coat.
Good morning, SUB.
All right, hear this.
For like Northern Lights or Sky Design.
Northern Light, I like to use the effect where I bleed ink. I show last year, I think, or the year before that.
What would you use for Halloween? They want to know.
What would I use for Halloween? Like blooming? Or design wise?
I don't know.
I like spider web for color. I like red for Halloween. I always like red for that season. Red and black. Okay, this one gonna be all white. I'm gonna use Pigment Base. What color is that? Blue. This is ultramarine. It's a perfect color for flow blue.
It really is.
For the porcelain pattern, ultramarine is a perfect color for it. Okay, so all white here. Thank you.
Sorry if I distracted you. Somebody was trying to solicit.
Solicit. Did you block her?
I couldn't. I keep forgetting that this one doesn't do anything.
Oh.
And then we come to the conclusion that Tara wasn't modded yet, so she couldn't do it either.
Oh, well, the audience who solicit, give me the name so I can block her. Just type the name for me.
I think if she, wow, it's way back there now.
But some of the audience, will have remember the name. If anybody that solicit me.
Oh, got it.
Got it? Okay, let me block her. Can someone join my live? Oh, she's a sex worker. Can I block her on here?
No, you can't block her on it. That was the whole thing.
I don't want any sex worker on my live. If she pop up again, let me know.
We got it.
I don't want any sex worker on my live. I should be the only. No, I mean, how am I going with this? I actually don't want any sex worker on my live.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We don't know what some of these people do for a living.
No.
They might.
She's a female sex worker.
We don't have
I have no interest
against.
If it's a male, I might be like, take a peek and then block them. But
right. That was
a female, no, block right away. No interest in that category. Okay, let's see. This one should be all white too.
Well, I feel like you need a face pick at least, you know?
Yes.
That was like... Oh, Abby said that means I'm out.
Oh, gosh.
Tino, you got 4 viewers. Wow. That...
No, I mean, if I have the only fan, I bet I go famous.
Of course you will.
Nail tech lives change overnight. Hear this. Okay, I'm gonna leave this finger alone because I don't know yet how I'm gonna orchestrate this.
Oh, selfie sticks. I need to rub my selfie.
I'm sure this one I'm gonna make a tip. Let me go ahead and do this finger first, just to get our vision out of the way, so we're not confused. This one I'm gonna use 3D jelly. Let's get one finger done first. 3D jelly out for slow blooming.
Combine that with your storytelling, you'll be a hit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My voice, can you imagine my voice on OnlyFans? One of a kind. There's no man sound like me. Hello, sweetheart. Do you need your plumbing done? Oh, go viral on every TV channel. Hey.
You're so adorable. How do you think I pay for my Tino products? Exactly, you know, we got.
Okay, now.
Well, you know, it really is the oldest industry.
It is. Until this day, it still work subconsciously behind a lot of organizations. When our internet is when we got our internet from AT&T, we have to wait, and until the appointment day they cancel on us. We were very mad. Then they don't show up. They don't cancel. No call, no show on the installation. We're so mad. So guess what they did? Guess what AT&T did? They sent out a hot bombshell blonde with blonde hair and big titty and everything. Knock on the door and ask for Mr. John Denny. Yeah. Ask for Dustin. They have no idea Dustin's gay. So this blonde bombshell doesn't thought that she come to do an installation.
Yeah, I'm like, where's your tools?
She just come for to do an apologize. She'd be like, hi. Oh, the other day.
The guy's not showed up yet either.
So. Right. So that's when we're very pissed. And then we open the door and there she is. She's like, hi. Oh, I'm from AT&T. The other day. Oh, I want you to apologize about it. We feel so bad about it. It doesn't do anything on us. We're like, what the hell are you doing here? Why'd you fucking tour? She was so surprised by our reaction. She thought that we're gonna be hypnotized by her ravishingness. But we're not. We're not unaffected. Okay. So we're gonna do a rose right in the middle of this with the 7mm brush.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Is how'd you get here first before the repairman?
Okay, so when you do something like this, let's just say if it bloom out too quick, with 3D jelly, it wouldn't bloom out quick for you. But if it bloom out quick, you have to make sure you surround this immediately so it kind of gate it like that. See, whatever I put in front of it like this, I surrounded it. The inside it cannot bloom any further. So make sure you slap that petal down quick, and now you're safe. Okay, safe from the inside, but these petals it's gonna stop blooming. But that problem not gonna happen with 3D jelly. That's why I love 3D jelly for this, because it's a slow blooming agent.
It's the perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Yep. I can talk, chit chat with my client. I'm not gonna worry about it being distorted. I don't have to babysit it like when I do when I use blooming gel. I have to keep an eye on it at all time. This one is gonna go out nice and slow for you.
It's the no pressure.
No pressure. And it's very important, especially with salon technique. People in salon, you don't need any more stress.
I remember one of the first classes, everyone was so excited about that blooming gel they had, and
go crazy.
And
No
they were
one.
like going nuts. They were like stressed out, couldn't learn anything.
Yeah, it's awful. And that's what inspired me to make 3D jelly.
Is it true when you are using blooming gel to cure for a couple of seconds to slow down the blooming?
No, it will just start its curing process right away. It start its curing process.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought it would have to. You know, Tino really has went to great lengths to make everything easier for everyone.
This one, I want all blooming rose everywhere. No holding back.
Well, that blue against that white is just absolutely beautiful.
And they're gonna have gold accent.
Of course.
Okay, this finger, I'm gonna cover it all gold.
Abby says, greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. What's this? I bet if we had a naked nail artist on OnlyFans, we could make so much money.
Of course.
Yeah.
In Asia, they have a salon like that. All the guy was shirtless. Yeah, they wear pants, right? Yeah, they wear something below, but they shirtless. Do now, and that's a big thing in Asia too. In Japan, I think, or Korea, something like that.
He just made another order. Glad I got 3D jelly.
3D jelly is a multitask agent.
Hello, Onyx Nail Studio.
Hi, Onyx Nails.
Of course, just said I seen that I drew a little.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, who wouldn't like that experience? Getting nail done sometimes can be boring if your nail tech is boring. Not me. My customer love me. But, sometimes it can be boring. You need some eye candy.
Eye candy?
Yeah.
Can you use it as a builder gel?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Time to send this inside the machine. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all the line that is made too. Here.
Can you mix a little 3D jelly with Shine It to slow it down a little bit?
No, you don't need to. If you make with 𝙤𝙧𝙪𝙘, remember what I showed you about 𝙤𝙧𝙪𝙘? When you use a blooming gel or a top coat, anything that are a top coat like, not a beauty gel like, it's gonna distort. You don't want that. No, 3D jelly doesn't bloom fast. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about slowing it down.
And then Hippie Love wants to know, is it no white?
Is it no white? Yeah.
You're so talented. When did you start doing that?
I start doing now at age let's just say at my teenage year. And I went to I was into art already, but at that point I have no idea that art have anything to do with nails. I was just like nails, 'cause of all the polish, and I just like the salon life. So I went to my mom workplace and I asked a couple person if I can apprentice or if I can watch them maybe to learn a little bit. And they are like, get out of here, little kid. We don't want you here. What are you doing? Anyway, so I tell my mom, oh, I want to learn nails so bad. She's like, oh, it's a waste of time. Don't do it. Just go to college and be a doctor, whatever. So yeah. So I was working at a Chinese restaurant at the time. And so my mom at the time wanted to open a shop. Finally, she wanted to open a nail shop. So she advised for my dad to go take a nail license, and he did. And when he go home and she teach him something, and yeah, he just fresh out of school. He like, oh, okay, this is how you do it. Okay, me, I invaded the space immediately, and I get all the polish out and I play with it. I don't know what my mom see in me, but she immediately pay attention at that point. Man, the week after, when my dad took me home from work, he said, do you want us to go to California and learn how to do nail? I said, yes, I do. So I quit immediately. I called the restaurant. I quit. They don't even ask me why.
Well, of course not.
I don't even come pick up my checks. I just quit.
You left your money out. That's so you.
I went to California. To stay with my aunt, so I can go to school. And I spent 3 months in California. I almost stayed in California just because it's really fun in California. Yeah, I almost stayed there because it's fun. I kind of don't want to go back, but my mom said you have to go back to finish high school. So okay. So I did go back, and I start to do nail right away. And my first design. Oh, let me tell you about California. So when I was go to school to California, I hang out at my aunt's shop, my aunt nail shop, just to play around. My first design is a zebra design. Don't underestimate the zebra design. 15 years ago, you wouldn't see zebra design out there. No, that's back then when they do a 5-dot flower on the thumbs. If some of you are age appropriate, you remember the thumb on the thumb.
Age appropriate.
Yeah, age appropriate. That's classy way of saying old. But I was doing this zebra design, and all the Mexican girl in Pasadena, they love it. They were like, "Oh my God, it's beautiful! I want him. I want Tino. I want Tino to do my nails." So I started to venture out. I'm putting color in my zebra, and at that point we are messing with gel polish, with nail polish, not even gel. Gel haven't been exist yet. It haven't been invented yet. So I was messing with nail polish. I make purple zebra. I add a little shading in it. I make rainbow zebra. Oh, they all go crazy. At that point, it got my attention a little bit in the world of nail art. I was into Japanese nail art at that point, because Japan is way ahead of us, of course. But anyway, so I went home to Missouri, and and my mom, when I first go home, she immediately tell me, she like, come here. So I come to her, and she say, now since you already have a license, let me teach you something. So she pulled out this dotting tool. At that point, I was like, nail. I was like, oh my God. She pulled out this set of 5 little dotting tool. Some are big, some are small, some are medium. And she say, let me show you some nail art. I be damned if she do a 5-dot flowers. And not only that, she do double. She do a dot. She do a 5-dot flower first. She look at me to wait for the amazement, and then she do a second design. She like, let me show you the limit that you can get to. So she start doing the second design. This time it's still a 5-dot flower, but she do a dot, and then she do a dot inside it. So it's like double dot. and then she do 5 double dot, and then she pull it out into a leaf shape, and she say, "See, different style." At that point, I'm like, "Oh, well, let me show you what I can do." She just watched me in silence while I do an artist. My dad was like, but anyway, she was watching me in silence, and when I'm done, she like, I think you're ready. But you know, I can do that too. I just let you. I let you. I let you have your glory, your
glory?
spotlight.
Wow.
But yeah, I can do that. Yeah. But you ready? Yeah. Of course I'm ready. So the week after that, I'm go straight into salon, and immediately at that point I still try to hone my acrylic skill. It's okay at that point, but my art skill is immediate. I immediately draw. It's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing compared to now, but it's pretty good for back then. So after that, after all that, uh, I started to practice day and night for my art. After I finish my work, all I do is practice. Until this day, I'm still practicing. But when I'm ready for college, that was about 2 years, 3 years later. Yeah, 2 years later. When I'm ready for college, I call up the people, the counselor, whatever, and she go through the interview with me, the interview process, and she like, "Oh, so what you do now?" I say, "I'm a nail tech," and you know, she would ask me how much I make an hour, and I make $40 an hour, and this is what she said to me. She said, "You make $40 an hour filing nails?" At that point, I already knew. I like, oh, is that the reaction? I was like, oh, I didn't say anything. I was just giggle. I like, but at that point in my head, I was like, well, what the hell am I doing? What do you mean? If I go to college and follow your advice, am I gonna make $40 not filing nails? Because from her reaction, that's pretty silly.
Transparent. You're right,
Pretty transparent. So I needed to say I didn't go to college. And until this day, I'm not regretting not going to college at all.
Absolutely not.
That was a close call. I almost become a surgeon. A Chinese surgeon. Oh, no, I'm not a Chinese surgeon. I should call me Chinese. An Asian, a Vietnamese surgeon.
Oh my goodness.
I almost become a Vietnamese surgeon for no reason.
For no reason?
Saving people lives? How boring. Now I can make beauty. I can make fashion like my dream. Always to be an artist, to be a fashion designer. Imagine me right now saving people's lives. How boring.
You know, you are saving people's lives.
I am saving people. I am saving people's life in the art world.
Oh my goodness.
Imagine me cutting people open.
Well, I can imagine that.
Yeah, but sewing back together and everything. I mean, I can do the cutting. I just don't know where to cut. I'm not going to study all that terminology. I'm just going to do freestyle like I do art.
I love you. And you know, I'll apologize, which I rarely ever do, for not understanding the depth of what horrible parents you had.
Okay, let me think about this, because I have to have nude. If I have white right here, it'll be off balance for sure, right? If I have something like this, it'll be weird, because you know there's no balance. If I have it all blue, then there'll be no nude. I think it's still be okay though. If I have it all white, all nude, no, all white. Yeah, let's do all white.
And you know, when we first got together, you still practice.
Yeah, I'm still practicing this day. I just practice in my head. This day I pack with enough technique that I no longer need to take out now. I can just go to theory in my head. Clear this. Clear this and this. Top coat these.
Top coat goes. Finished now. They're beautiful, by the way. Someone, I think it was Tipta, was wanting to know, did you go over how to space your roses?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'll do it again. I did. It's very simple. So this is the first petals. This is the second petals. You're gonna make sure that the end of the second petals or the next petal always go in the middle of the first petal. See, this is the first one. This is the middle of the petal. See, it's from here. It's like this. This is the first one. So that's both end, and this is the middles. So the next petal, the end gotta meet the middle of the first petal. So the second one, since the end, is meet the first petal, and then the middle of the second petal is always touch the end of the third petal. Okay, so if you draw from the outside in, same concept. See the middle, from the middle, from the middle, and from the middle. That's it. Now, if you draw from inside out, it's the same thing. See this petal, pick the middle. See, pick the middle again. Pick the middle. And where it's go, it doesn't matter. Like it's gonna go all the way here. As long as the next one, you pick the middle of the petals. See, it can go anywhere, but you go back to the middle of this petal. And it can go on and on and on to into a rose. So that is how you spade a rose. That's why, because when you do blooming technique like that, you don't have time to try to remember your pattern. That's why if people that doesn't know how the rose pattern work, then when they do blooming, it will be very slow because they have to use their eye to judge. And no, you just follow the same concept. So when you do a row, you make one swipe. So the next swipe will be like this, right? The middle of this petal is touching the end of this. So the next swipe where it's gonna be? Right here. See? There's no time to make a decision. You gotta memorize this pattern in your head. See the end of this petal? So the next swipe gonna be like this. See this metal touching this. Okay.
Now, this reminds me of the squirrel story. I think what they meant was how to proportion.
Oh, how to proportion on the nails? Here I just go from top to bottom, just fill it up. This I go right in the middle, a little higher, so because I gonna make some gold drip down here. So I go a little higher, but basically, somewhere in the middles.
You know, you have saved a lot of people's lives.
Yeah. Top coat this.
According to them. And I truly can see that. Your parents, how dare them? Thank you for that explanation.
Okay.
Hello, Katerina. What a beautiful name.
Mm-hmm.
Forever we shine. Says, yay, I caught you once again.
Yay.
Tino is a Sagittarius.
Yes.
With, what's the moon sign?
My moon sun is a Virgo moon sun.
The Virgo moon sign.
Wait, do I want to matte that? Or do I want to shine that?
You know, I've never seen a magic flow blue, but I think it'd be absolutely beautiful.
I like shine flow blue too. Let's keep it shine. Let's keep it shiny. Okay. On this finger, I am going to use a round pointer. I decided not to draw the rose anymore. I would draw a little leaf. So the round pointer, I'm going to dip into this ultramarine colors.
What is the name of the clear gel Tino used?
It's 3D jelly.
On the side. 3D jelly.
Yeah, 3D jelly.
And then I have a question. How do I get my polish from not looking so thick?
When you brush, first you have to distribute your gels. You have to distribute it like this. So a lot of people try to smoothen it out at first. No, you just have to distribute it like that. Make sure it's covered all the edge, all the cuticle, everything is covered like that. Then just second step is the smoothing. This is when you stroke, because at first I always wiggle it. I just want to make sure that it's really cover everything, every corner, every edge is covered. Then next I stroking it. And this at this point, this is not a adding process, it's a removal. I am, let me bring the bottle here so you can see. I am removing it while making it super smooth, especially on the side. And that is how you keep your polish thin. It's through the two-step process. One is distributing and one is stroking.
How do I get my clear coat from spreading / bleeding to my cuticle?
Oh, when you doing the nails, let me pick out another nails. Oh, actually, yeah. Let me take a nail out.
There it says, that's amazing. Thank you. I will try that.
You're welcome. This is a nail when it's flat, and there is some people that I notice when they paint their nail is flat. But me, when I paint my nails are like this, 40 degree, because I want gravity to pull it a little, so it don't. So instead of pulling out on both sides, which will make your nail mid-shape, it will pull down. So you know it's gonna be on the bottom, and you can whip it up. Because if it's flat, then like it, if it's flat, then it's gonna pull out from the side and the cuticle too, and underneath. So if I was tilting it, it would go downward. I start out near the cuticle. And then when you stroke, you still have a little bit of top coat right here. You can start working on your cuticle and smooth it out. See, right now my gel is about right here, which is near my cuticle. Working on the cuticle and smooth it out. All the excess top coat right here, return it to the bottle, assuming that your surface is clean. If not, you can use a palette to wipe it on a palette. Cuticle, push it up just a little and smoothing it out, and always keep it 40-degree angles. Push it up a little bit and smooth it out. Push it up and smooth it out on the side too. Cap the side. And at this point, it's not going to be spilling anymore because you're removing. Remember, when you brush it, you are removing instead of adding. That's what people, one of the mistakes people do is they go in, they want to smooth immediately. So they start doing this. But you have so much gel that when you trying to stroke it, it's splashing out on the side and everything. It's very messy. So I start to distributing first with wiggle motion or chapping motion, whatever it is, to fill up the surface. And you can leave the cuticle alone. You can just go close, but not all the way to the skin. You can leave it alone. And on the side, same thing. I can just leave a little bit on the side. I don't have to go close to the skin when I distributing it. But when you start stroking it, that is when you start nudging it to the cuticle and stroke it down. And when you stroke it down, you're removing all the excess. Put it away, and then you work on the cuticle and stroke it down. So that is a process.
Makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Yes, he is an encyclopedia of information.
So I am going to make a little leaf. So this is my round pointer brush.
I will say, if you would have been a surgeon saving lives, you would have been a hell of one.
Yeah.
And probably invented a cure for something by now.
Probably.
What is the best tip for
Four.
fine French tips?
I use gel, so I draw all the curve like this. Now, if you want, see all these now are taken. I show you later. I have to show you. I cannot just say it.
Yeah, we'll have a Q&A at the end of the thing.
Okay, now continue with this.
They love your hair. You're so edgy, so cool.
Thank you.
All right, baby reindeer. You have.
Bye-bye, baby reindeer.
Is that gel paint?
No, it's not gel pen. It's gel polish. For the leaf, I like this kind of textures.
Emotional support tacos. What in the heck is that?
Oh my lord, is there such things?
Obviously, there is.
Okay, and then this too. Let's clear this.
Emotional support tacos. That's great.
I have decided I might do matte. Cause I'm trying to think if I should use gold pixie gel or I should use gold chrome.
Oh, you just make it look so effortless.
Yeah, the trick is you have to keep the head kind of sharp like this. You soak it in, and then you kind of stroke it just for the head to be nice. So you touch it just a little bit right here, and then you start pressing it. This is a round pointer that I'm using.
Yes, it does look like fine china.
Okay. Let me see. Let me try one finger with gold Pixie Gel first. Since we already top coat this, we have nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
Right, because we can wipe it out. If I haven't top coat yet, then I have to consider it. But I'm gonna put gold Pixie Gel on. If it look good, I leave it that way.
So, a couple quick questions. Do you breathe when you do this? Absolutely, he does.
Yeah,
is this for press-ons only?
It's for everything. You can do it on top of acrylic. You can do on a pedicure. You can do it on any surface, not just for press on. This is for all artists, all inspiring artists.
And then what glue do you recommend?
For glue, I like the Pixie Gel. For glue, I recommend Crystal Magic Glue.
Silver Pixie would look great, Betty D, but he's not going with us.
Silver Pixie? You have to be a gold lover.
No, she's on my team.
Oh, you on doesn't team then? Good. I like gold. Not just like, I worship it.
Worship. Well, you know, you could have been a surgeon. Saving lives. And no, here you are. Just doing now art that no one can appreciate except for us. Quietly. Rolling in the pile of nails like Scrooge McDuck. Well, we're gaining on you. Yes, platinum.
What happened?
Me and my team, we got things going on.
You want to see platinum, aren't you?
About you and your little golden girls, you know.
You know what? I
mean, that
think,
show's retired.
Wait. I want to see platinum.
Now, personally, I just like the little drippy things.
You do? You don't like the little drippy things?
But I know that it's going back to a class for some reason, so I'm biased in it.
All right, I'm gonna do silvers.
I don't think so. I'll make it.
I'm gonna do silvers.
Oh, they're all excited now.
Okay, you want to see silvers?
We do.
Let's use silvers.
It's the drippy things. That's what I didn't like. It wasn't necessarily the color. Oh, I seen that little maneuver. Oh yeah.
This is silver pixie gel.
My personal favorite.
Maybe
Do cracks like the old where they used to fix the china.
silver is also pretty.
Ooh, I like that suede too. Yeah. You got them all excited now. And it's not so much the silver, it's just the not drips.
Okay.
But just know,
I
in
guess
that amount of time, though, you could have saved a life if you were a surgeon.
I guess silver is good too.
Ooh, silver thorns. Hello, Dominique.
Hi, Dominique. Thinking about how to execute this. A daring person will go straight through, disregard all the rows in the background, and they will go straight through. For a daring person. For a daring artist. Not necessarily a good one, just a daring one. Risky.
Risky.
Let's be risky.
Ooh, risque. And just to be transparent,
Mm-hmm.
I blocked everyone that was mentioning gold, so it's
Oh.
Team Silver all the way now. So
Oh, wow. Brutals.
brutal.
No mercy at all.
There was a little thought behind it, so I mean that's a little bit of mercy. I mean, not a lot, but
What do you think about this?
about
This in here.
I think it's distracting from the original. I think really just the blue and white.
Just a blue and white on that one. Silver diamond. Silver diamond on top. Boy, if you're my customer right now, I'd be like, I couldn't come up with a good strategy because you like silvers. If we were go with gold, we'd be done by now. But it's just this silver is I have to find a way to adapt.
To adapt.
It's just so difficult. It seems like it doesn't belong. Of course, I will go on with the plan, but gotta get more tips. That's the only way that this relationship between us is going to work. Is instead of $10 tip, gotta be 20 or
at least.
and I'm not. It's not a demand. I'm not forcing you. I'm just telling you that where my head is at. Because I am booking up, and I don't know if I have extra spot. I mean, I have a few extra spot, but have more client than my extra spot. Not better. I just have more people waiting on me, and just few spot. Who am I gonna give it to? I give it to Mary Beth, who love gold, or will I give it to you, who loves silvers? We will see at the end when I see the payments. It will help me decide. Right now, I'm in limbos. I need motivation to make my decision. Schedule your appointment. Oh, later. I'll text you.
I'll text you.
Yeah, I'm busy. My next client is arrived. I text you.
My next good client is.
Yeah, we talk about it after. Let's just worry about finishing this right now with this color scheme, and then later we'll see about this.
And then I text. Right.
Yeah, I will take tax too. In cash, of course. Hear this.
Oh, that's a good question. I want to learn how to do nails a little bit more than I already do. What kept you motivated in the beginning?
In the beginning, I have to have something that I'm good at. Doing foundation and all that in the beginning will keep me become just a regular nail tech, and it not motivate me. I have to have something that my client be like, oh, I like that. I use art in the beginning, my love for art. Of course, I don't know everything in the beginning, but what I know, I practice until I'm really good. Like, I like draw butterfly, so I paint the best butterfly out there. And I like flowers. I like floral. I like animal prints. So I have a few category in the beginning that I'm good at, and I make it work. I exercise those category, and I got a lot of praise from people.
I think
that's part of motivation.
Your true motivator is being a Sagittarius, and you were challenged because your mother said, "This will never take off."
Competitiveness is also one of the things to be considered, because my client will go to me which they love me for my art. And then they say, well, Michael down the street got like 12 color glitter acrylic. Do you have it? I say, oh, it's on its way, but not now. About next visit, I'll have it. I have it. Yeah, he say, Michael, go to beauty supply and buy some glitter acrylic. It's pretty good. He have like all 12 colors. He have all the colors. Like, wow. So after she left, I go to the beauty supply and I see they have 12 color of glitter acrylic. And then I go online and I go on Art Glitters. I don't know if you know that website. They have 3,000 different shade of glitters. So I bought 100 colors. And then I buy some clear acrylic and I mix it. I combine color. So in her next visit, I have 300 different color glitter acrylic, and I put out sample and all that and say, pick your colors. She was in awe. So competition is something that will keep me in my game too. You have somebody driving you. I have to be better. I have to get better than that. That kind of emotion drive me. Also part of it too. There's many things that drive me. Competition is part of it. I couldn't think of anything else on the top of my head, but that's many reasons that drive me.
Well, and you love art, But my suggestion would be if you don't love it, you shouldn't get in it.
Yeah, if you don't love it, it's gonna be semi-difficult. Not the end of the world though, just a little bit more difficult. If you don't love it, practice is gonna be discouraging to practice.
Because you love what you do, and as a spouse, even it's wonderful to sit back and watch your passion and watch the love and the caring that you have for everything.
If you about to give up, because you obviously doesn't like art, but you probably like nails. That's gonna be a reason why you're discouraged. Because if you cannot complete a design or you couldn't do a design, that's easy. That's right now you can learn. You can learn as much as you can. I offer all free lessons on my channel, so you can learn. If that is a reason why you're discouraged, there could be other reasons though. That could be because of the way your customer treat you, or not earning enough money, the way you charge, or the way you take your appointment. It could be many reasons. You gotta know the exact reason why you become discouraged.
Sean's in house, honey.
Hi, Sean from Michigan.
We think about you often.
Yes, Sean getting really good too.
Very, very good.
But yeah, I never struggle. Sometimes I get annoyed just with people in general, but never with art. Just with people. Of course, when I first start out, I couldn't pick and choose my client when I first start out, so I end up with all these people that I'm not very fond of playing game with your appointment, all that. Not very fond of that, but that's why I practice so I can get good, so I can pick and choose.
So, all his classes and tutorials are all provided free online. How do you get rid of bad customers?
Get rid of? It depends. When I first started out, I don't get rid of bad customer. I take everyone. Even the one that want to pay it cheap, I take them too. Because my goal at first is to practice. I need guinea pig. So I need people that walk around with my nail, good or bad. I need them to walk around with my nail so everyone can see my nail in that town. I need to be known in that town. It took me a few years. when my book is full, and of course it's full really quick. Because when I first started out, I charged really cheap. 15 years ago, it was $31 nail set with art and everything. It's not really cheap. So my book get filled really quick. But when your book get filled and when you're confident and ready to raise your price, I raise my price one client at a time. I don't raise them all. I text them all separately in the appointment, and I raise for each person that couldn't handle my price. Then they get out automatically, and then I move on to another person. If they can handle it, then I keep them. If not, then I have a wait list. I can just pick and choose from my wait list. It's actually pretty simple. It just takes time to build that. And when my book is full and people keep asking and asking, at that point, you can really do some pick and choose. You invite them for your first appointment, kind of like an interview. Of course, at first, you never know people completely. They are good in beginning.
Right. They're just...
They behave very well. But I, good or bad, that's fine, just personality-wise. But one thing that I don't like is to mess with my appointment. That's why I consider a bad client is a client that doesn't show up. Or client...
Or comes 10, 15 minutes late.
Yeah, 10, 15 minutes late. That's irritating me too. Or people that doesn't show up, but doesn't mean they ditch you. They just doesn't show up, and then like a few days later, they will come up with like my mother died or something like that. Some boring excuse. That it's annoyed me. So when I met a person at first, I give them my policy, and nothing complicated, very simple. If you do a no show, you get blacklisted by me. I don't even need the money. You're just gonna get blacklisted. At that point, it's a little harsh, but I do that so I can build a reputation. Because when you remove people, they're gonna trash you on social media. They're gonna be like, "Oh, Tino just moved me. Oh my God, I can't believe that how he did his business." So I decided to trash myself first. I appear on social media and I give everyone a fair warning. I would say that from now on, if I get a no show, I will remove you from my list. First strike, and you will never be able to get back in. That is a warning, and that caught like a frenzy from people. People are like, oh my God. And there's people like, oh, that's so harsh. And there's people that are like, you go, Tino, I agree. Yes, time is money. So there's two sides going on, and that's debating back and forth. But that's also another part that made me famous in that town. The more publicity you have, the better it is. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad publicity, as long as you're the one that started that publicity. So now people know. And if I remove them, they couldn't say anything. They couldn't go online and say, oh, Tino, remove me, because everybody knew. Everybody knew that's how I do things. And I'm the one that's spreading that out. Not by anyone but me.
And
so
he's cooking somewhere now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's working in a restaurant now. But I was safe. My reputation was safe. See, if you were going to be a bitch, you cannot let anybody make that rumor about you. You gotta be the one that make that rumor. Because when people say things about you, sometimes they exaggerate. Sometimes they say things that are untrue. You gotta be the first one. But afterward, I met some special people that I do nail for. See, my client base getting better and better as my price go up. And I will meet some people that I actually don't want to let go. But my rule is my rule. I never not follow my rules. And there's a couple of times that I have to remove people that I really love, but they violate the rules. I treat everyone the same. That is a part of your rule. Is a harsh rule, but you have to follow it too. I couldn't betray my rule, and I couldn't remove someone just because I don't like them. I have to follow the rules. I have to wait until they do a no show or violate like late in rule. So later on, I refine my rules. Is I give them a chance. So if you do no show, or if you late, because when you late, I'm booked back to back, so I don't have time to take care of you. But I need that money to be compensated in full. Because sometimes people take deposit and they will keep like $20 or $30. No, $300 need to be paid for me in full, or else I'm not taking you. So I give them a chance to stay. So that's a little more lenience. But the rule protect me from people that messing with my schedule. Then later on, I met more complicated problem. People that follow schedule very well and pay very well, but they just doesn't have great personality. It is a challenge because I just won't remove people out of just random cause. They have to violate a rule. So I start building up my rules, but at the last final moment, there is someone I'll share it with you, and she pissed me off. She pissed me off. So one day she doing something. Her appointment is at 6. She told me I'm busy doing this. I couldn't show up at oh, what how she worded, but it's very special. She say I'm a little late. I was doing something. I'm a little late. If you want to wait for me until about 8 or 9, I can make it. That's what she said. She not canceled an appointment. She called ahead. One of my rules is you have to call ahead about 24 hours too. But she called but she not canceling it. She called and she said, I'm a little late. If you want to wait me about 8:30, I can make it. I can make it. I'm trying to hurry. Or we can reschedule. That is a loophole that she make for herself because she not canceling it. Because if she canceling it, she have to pay me. She no can show you have to pay me. But she say basically give me 2 options. One is to wait for her until 8:30 or 9. I'm not gonna wait until 8:30 or 9. Are you kidding? The other one is to reschedule, which means she gets scot-free from the payment. Oh, I get pissed off. I get so pissed off, but I text her. I say, well, let's reschedule. But I get so mad. And this day, every time I think about it, I still get mad too because that is a loophole. She studied my policy and she created a loophole for herself. Let's just say that from every future appointment with her, I was a cold bitch. I make no conversation. I don't smile. I show how mad I am to my face. I make her super uncomfortable. She couldn't say anything because everybody that I do now for fear to death that I remove them, even her. But she didn't say anything much because she know I gets pissed off. I see her about 3 times. See her about 3 times, and then there was another incident where she couldn't make it that day. Thanks God, she couldn't even make it to that appointment. And she do a no car no show. She did a no car no show. Finally, that's what I'm waiting for. Is no car no show. So at that point, I immediately got an excuse. But still, I still need to be paid, of course, because that's the way my policy is. But when she do no car no show, I didn't text her and say, well, I just leave it. And the next day and the day after that, it took her like 3 days to contact me and give me some bullshit excuse like I forgot what it is, but it's some excuse. They always have a reason. There's never anyone no call no show and doesn't have a reason. They always have a reason. I don't care the reason. I don't care if it's something minor like, oh, she's late for her last appointment, her first appointment, or maybe she have a fight with her husband, or maybe she get in a car crash. I don't care. They are just excuse. They are reason. And I already established in my policy that I need to be paid if there's no car, no show. There's no reason. There's no excuse. So when she called me back, I break it down to her. You violate my rules, so there are 2 options. Get the money from me by the end of the week, because that's also in my policy is you got 1 week. You got 1 week to pay. Because after 1 week, I wouldn't take your money. Yeah. Kim, the other person, the nurse, she violated that rule. She tried to play a game with me by not no call no show, and then like a week later, passing that time, she called me. She called me. She like, I can pay. I can pay. She like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my son is blah 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 blah. And but I can pay. No, I'm not taking your money. It's past a week. You out. But anyway, so I give her to the end of the week, and she didn't show up. I was making a gamble at that point. The funny thing is, I still do nail for her mothers at that point, and I keep, I keep doing nail for Elise, her mothers. I keep doing nail for her for a years or more than a years, like a year and a half before I decide to quit. And Elise, the mother, stayed till the end, the very end. She one of the last person to remember that I removed. And through the entire time, we never talked about her daughters.
I know, right?
She never opened, and at least it's rough, or at least it's not no, at least it's pretty rough.
Oh, yeah.
But at least have never say anything about her daughter because she knew. She never asked. She never made
come. The last 5, I cried.
It's pretty funny. But yeah, that's the only person that put me in a bind, taking my ruined bandit. It's unforgivable.
Unforgivable. Oh, and then remember the one lady that claimed she was in the hospital having tumors removed?
Oh, that was easy. That's what question? That's easy. No call, no show, and call me and say she in an emergency room having a tumor removed.
And I'm like,
I don't care.
Phone?
I don't care. I understand. I told her, I understand. I feel bad for you. Now you need to pay me. No, that's not how it's go down. No, because she offered to pay, but it was more than a week. That's another one that more than a week. Yeah. I was removing her, and she got pissed off. She got pissed off because I wouldn't take her money, but my rule is you only have a week to pay.
To the hospital, call and reschedule.
She thinks that just because she says she's in the hospital, that I will keep her. No, I already tell her I don't care about the reason. It's not like I'm being mean to you. I feel so bad that tragedy happened to you right in the nail appointment day. I really do feel bad. But me taking your money or me removing you have nothing to do with you personally. It have to do with my time. I have to protect myself from my time being, as everyone should. Everyone have to protect themselves because time is money. It's how you make your living, and you cannot allow anything to tamper with your time. It have nothing to do with them. There are people that I remove that I love dearly, that I actually have a very hard time of removing, but I have to because that's my rules. That's people when I remove them, they cry and I cry too, but I have to remove them. That's one thing about rule and policy is you can't really bend it, because if you bend it, they will lose their effectiveness.
Yeah, if you do it one time.
You do it one time, the next time they will find all kind of stuff to like trying to get out again. No, cannot work like that.
Exactly. Excuses don't pay bills.
Yeah. I'm just glad that I never removed Cindy. There's a couple of times that that Cindy is have to cancel for the show because she have beauty show, like what I'm doing right now is beauty show. At that point, I didn't understand the concept of beauty show. To me, she have all the time in the world, but she canceled a couple of times. And of course, it doesn't violate my rule because Cindy also read my rule and know ahead. So she stayed within her perimeters. She canceled about a week before or whatever. But to a point where she canceled so often that it's messed up my schedule, and I kind of mad. And I tell doesn't really vouch for Cindy, so I kept Cindy. And until this day, it blossomed into a very meaningful relationship, business relationship and personal relationship.
Well, we trust her.
Yeah, I trust Cindy. I'm glad I didn't remove her. But there was a point where I get very frustrated.
But at that time, we also didn't realize all the things that she had going on.
Yes. Not saying that it's not a headache. It could be a headache. It just you can get yourself to a better place by practicing, because then your headache will be how to remove people, or how to how to say goodbye to someone that couldn't afford you, stuff like that, minor thing, versus the headache of finding client. Cause I don't face the headache of finding client. I practice so much that I get really good that people just get into wait list.
And that's the key is when you're good, you will have full control of everything you
Yeah,
do.
I practice, and then I keep an eye out for everything around me. Cause anybody need little new people in town that just starting doing now, I iron them right away. I don't care if it's a pro person working for a long time or a person that just start out. Because I was the youngest one starting out. Everyone in my class is old. I was the youngest one starting out and I make it to the top. So I don't underestimate anyone. And I keep an eye out for everyone around me at that point, because any new person coming in, I'm gonna try to find out what's special about them, and I'm gonna find every way to upstage them. And that's the way I keep my competition out my way in that town. I make sure I stay up my game, and I practice and practice just to a point where I can pick and choose, because pick and choose is great. Some of you can relate it to it. If you can pick and choose, you can relate to what I'm saying. You get to control who going in and out of your life.
Are you using gel glue for your rhinestones, and what brand? And then also, do you feel, and I'm sure Abby's asking for a friend, do you feel the Crystal Magic glue had the same staying power as texture gel for rhinestones?
For sticking, yes, but staying power. Oh, like the stickiness of it, not how to keep it on, but when you put it on, it's a little slippery. It's a little slippery because gel is sticky. Um, like clear texture gel, it is a gel and it's have a consistency, so the stone can sink in and it's stickier than just crystal magic glue is low liquidy. It can slip on a slip surface, but when it dry, yes, the staying power, yes. So I'm not sure what staying power she meant by must be lasting for a long time.
You know, I had a half-ass thought because I think Abby's getting ready to open up a salon.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if we went up there and kicked it off for her?
Yeah.
But I knew we would just really be there for Danny.
It's beautiful.
You know, I love those nails. They're absolutely stunning.
Thank you. I got a wood crystal on right now because I want to see the whole thing, the finished result.
She said he'd leave you. He'd leave me for you. What crystal sizes are you using?
I am using this is SS12. The rest are 9 so far, and right now I'm moving down to 7. So 5, 7, 5, 7, 9, 12.
So Abby, is that what you're gonna do? You gonna open up a salon, or what's the plan? If I use that glue for crystals, they won't come off on a client. As long as you're applying it correctly, they will.
Applying correctly. On shine, be a little careful. On shine, I suggest you focus on sealing. On matte, yeah, you're fine. Fine. On shine, make sure. Well, if you use shine, it you should be good.
And never top coat your crystals.
Yeah, don't top coat. Top coat around it, but don't top coat on it. I think the best way, Abby, is to test it on yourself first. I take Crystal Magic Glue and I test it on myself. I test it on Dustin, actually.
Get right. I'm the guinea pig. Well, because I'm rough. Remember when it was in the experimental process? I had the dogs chew on my hands for like 5 minutes trying to rip them off.
I'm just gonna make the same pattern on the other nails. SS12. I would say that Crystal Magic Glue is way stronger than clear texture gel. Way stronger. It's just I use clear texture gel when I have to work with beads. That's the only reason why I use clear texture gel.
So it's really for whatever purpose you're designing.
Mm-hmm. What time is it?
It is 10:28.
Holy cow. But yeah, now I am no longer doing nail. I am just teaching and develop product. Sometimes I do miss doing nails. It's just right now, if I do nail all the time, it wouldn't be effective. I would just really just be making money. I wouldn't change anybody's life. So I love doing what I do now. I love teaching and develop product. But sometimes I do miss hanging out with the people. I do miss our conversation because we have so many cool conversation. Can you imagine? Can you imagine my conversation on social media versus my conversation when I'm alone with my client? Oh my God.
Oh, we got to get there.
We talk about crazy things. I miss it. Just the conversation and the people. But what do you think, Dustin? Silvers.
I mean, of course I love it. I'm probably biased.
Probably one big one right here.
Oh.
Probably that.
Yep, I'm loving this silver. This is something to go live while doing a client and charge to watch.
Oh, it's very different. When with my client, privacy matter to me. The thing we say and all that. That is one thing that I offer them that they really love too, the privacy. They hate, they hate going to salon. After me, they hate it. They feel invaded. They feel violated. They love their private space. They feel like they're the only one. Well, they are the only one in that space. They feel special, valuable time. After me, when they go to salon, they hate it. They just doesn't like the environment.
It's you know, if for anyone that's going to become a really good artist,
Yeah,
it's really a bad environment for them.
that was different.
So how much do you think a set like this would cost?
Oh, well, about 300. All the crystal and all that too. What you learn is you just learn the flow blue, the blooming rose right here. But still, the set that I do, even if it's salon ready technique, I have to construct my set to what is an Instagram feature set. Most of my set that I do wouldn't be cheap, consider the length and the variety of the design, the intricateness of it, and the crystal wouldn't be cheap. But you can take it and make it cheap. You can just study this. Imagine just a whole hand, just rows everywhere. Just one rose on a couple of fingers. Have some Pixie Gel Silver right here. The rest of the nail could be silver, some could be French tips. Just a couple of nails that are accent of the set, quick and easy. It's just that when I do this, I want it to be special, so I separate it. I use it as a concept, and then I start to dress up everything around it.
What type of rhinestones?
This one is Dreamtime crystal. We will see this and we will see how it go. If it make a hit or not. We'll see. If it not make a hit, I'll be like, oh, it because it's silver. If it gold or make a hit, it's silver. That's why.
Gold will look good too.
That's just one thing you do about anger. You have to direct it somewhere, right? So yeah, if it does make a hit, I'll be like, it's not me. It's the silvers. What if the silver not there, it could be so much different. But then if it make a hit, it's because it's silver. I finally have all 12 nails ready. Gosh, that's a lot. We wrap it up in 3 days. 3 days. This is the first one. Second one, I love this one. I can't wait to showcase it. This one is cool too. It's knit crystal. It's knit black crystal on the cuticle, obviously. I don't know what crystal to put on this one. Probably gold, tiny little gold crystal around next, on top of this gold, little baby crystal. Oh, this one is quite unexpected. I did not see this vision at first. It's built up slowly. This one is beautiful. I seen this beforehand in my mind. I already seen this. This one gonna be viral. It had to be viral.
This one?
This one.
That one.
If it's not viral, what's wrong with the word? It had to be viral, right? This one is interesting. I did it this morning. This one will be a mystery. We'll see about this. This one is fun. Rose quartz. I'm still trying to think if the middle finger is a good idea or should go all simple. But if it make a hit, I make a whole set out of all rose quartz or amethyst, for that matters. And now the flow blue. And they are including salon ready technique, all of them. It's just I make it a little extra on the details and all that. But the technique within itself are salon ready. This is blooming rose technique right here. This one you get to study about the black hole design. This one you get to study how to cut your silicone. The background is colorful, but your background can be simple. It can be just silver or just cat eye, up to you. This one is because it's a trend right now. It's not necessarily salon ready, but it's a trend. So I make sure I squeeze this one in. Tie-dye are easy trend. I have a set of this. I do it all tie-dye. It's really easy. Rose quartz are also a very easy design to do. All you need is top gel pink nude and white ink. That's all you need. And then some gold chrome to dress it up. So all of these are very simple. But I have to make it extravagant because, I want it to be Instagram features.
Do you ever do the nails on live or just show them off?
Oh, I do it on live. All of these are been on live. I already save it for you too. You can rewatch it anytime you want. You must be new. Yeah, all of my nail set right here, I do it on live directly from start to finish on live stream. So a person not just only on my big page, Tino, is where I tease people with short video for entertainment purpose. And when I do an intricate set, I also show like a minute of it just for the fun of it too, just to tease people. But on Tino Shop is a platform where I focus on education, which not at entertaining. It's a little boring, but for someone who want to learn, it's a gold mine. For someone that want to make money and learn quick. So not just for entertainment purpose. Like my Voltino shop, sometimes like I would have like design like this or like this, not necessarily for people to learn to make money, just for press on artists that just want to have some fun with some character painting, they can just do it for fun. They do it so it look cool, things like this. They can just sit all day and try to do a face like that, and just fun things. But these kind of design, the salon ready technique, I really want to focus on that for education, because there's many salon tech out there. They really want to nail it down and jump onto the next person, nailed it, jump onto the next person. That is when I go live on this to show people the process, the thinking process too, because all of these design usually are unplanned. I don't plan this. I just go on there. Good. I don't really have time to plan it anymore. So I go on live and I plan it directly while I'm designing. So besides the technique, besides watching the process, sometimes I make mistakes. Of course, I know how to fix my mistake immediately. So people get a chance to see how I fix things. If I make a mistake, they get a chance to see how my thought process change throughout the process. Sometimes I do back turn. Sometimes I improvise. Sometimes I make mistake like this feather right here. Like today, I designed a feather design that are very pretty. It just doesn't work for me.
And a quick shout out to Kiki. Remember Kiki?
Yes, I remember Kiki. Hi, Kiki. From New York. Or Chicago. Chicago. Yeah.
Well, we've seen her several places.
Yeah. I make this feather design and I think it's pretty, but it doesn't go with this design. So I decide, instead of the feather,
They said the thought process helps them a lot.
the thought process also important, not necessarily for these salon artists. The thought process is for nail artists. They don't necessarily have to make money in salon. A lot of DIY artists nowadays, a lot of younger starting out, they make no money. They just sit there all day and paint fun things on nails. That is for them. If they want to be creative, they get a chance to witness my thought process, how I constructed a pattern, how I think of it. Because sometimes I talk out loud, so they get a chance to witness
I think that's very
that happening. That's for people that have questions about creativity, because a lot of people have struggling with blockage. So blockage, artist block, as I call it. I have no idea what artist block is. I always be able to think up different things. And when I first started the live, I just have no idea, but I construct it as I go, starting with just one simple idea. But then you get to learn to see how I separate colors, how I balance out a scheme, a design, how certain style, like classic style, like French tip, you can see it repeatedly through many design, tips, 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 ombre tips, tips. So you can witness certain basic pattern that I utilize, but make it very different. So a lot of viewers wouldn't be able to spot out my consistent patterns. But it's look all different, but it's really rooted in the same place. The concept is also full color. The red is white, just to balance out. You know what I mean? Balance all out. This single nude nail is a little bit different, but I've seen that style before too. I believe that will work as long as I balance my thumb exactly like this. And stuff like that. Just the thinking process alone. Like this nail, where I was playing a trick on Lynn's last night. I was pretending to struggle, and she bought it. She bought everything. And I play it out well for the good 30 minutes before I show her the final result. But yeah, it's what I do on this platform, Tino Shop. But on Voltino, that's where all the fun things start. That's the platform where people like, oh, how do you do it? How come you never show the tutorial, the full tutorial? Be like, honey, Tino Shop, it's been there forever. But I always got questions like that because there's new people, because there's like at least 1,000 people follow a day.
These
Yeah.
days, everyone expects everything to be given to them.
Well, and they don't know. They doesn't know. There's at least 1,000 people follow that page a day. So there are always new people, a concept that I still trying to adapt to, because I just assume that everybody know, but there are always new people. So they be like, where do you see all the tutorial? Oh, do you have a class? Do you have an online class?
Any tips for
it's on Tino Shop.
French?
Oh, deep French. Let me pick up a nails.
I gotta go out in the factory and hunt down these stick things before I forget.
Stick thing.
Cindy.
When I do deep French, at first, let me show you the way I do it first. Okay, so the way I do it, I use Pigment Base nail polish. So what I do is I make a French line first. Okay. I make a frame first. Start from bottom. Oh, what's this? Some fuzz. From the bottom, I go up. And then here. I also go up, and I go on the left first. So on the right, when I go, I can aim if it equal to the left side. I can adjust it at however I want it, to see if it equal from the left side. If I do the right side first, then when I do the left, I'm not gonna see anything. See it? When I do the left, my finger cover the right. So I do the left first. So when I do the right, I can just stare at my left side while I'm doing the right. That is number one. One way. And then I fill it in. Now, when you do this right here, it get very awkward to paint like this. See, when I paint, my common pattern that I'm comfortable with is from left to right. I like to do like this, from left to right. I don't like to do this from right to left. It doesn't make me comfortable. It's always from left to right. I like to go from bottom up like that too. And I can go up from up down too, just not from right to left like this. From right to left, right, like what I just did in the beginning. It's a little tricky. So what I do is, I spot out the center first, and I tell my client to turn her hand over for me like this. So just lay it down and then turn it over. So now from this side, I can go up, going down, but from left to right. I can go from left to right like this. And then I do it on all her nails, so I can tell her to turn over. And I still gonna do from left to right. At this point, her hand gonna be back to normal. That is one way that I eliminate the awkward angles. And I tell her often too. I flip people's hand over very often because I like to make myself comfortable when I hit an awkward angles. Now the third thing is my pigment base are very good. That's why I use it to do a frame. In most gel polish, you will find semi-difficult, especially in a slick surface, you're gonna slip. So if that is the case, I use a gel pen first. For French, I use art gel first because art gel is stable for me. It's easier to draw line because it's built for line. Becky, can you turn the hand over for me, please? Thank you. I paint it with art gel for the frame. And then in the bottom, I can fill it all in with polish. That is a way you can utilize different elements in your design to make it easy for you. That is another way is to use like gel pen first. Now, if you have problem with leveling, meaning you have problem with painting the curve, there's also a way for it. But this is how I do it. I go in with the frame first, but not everybody can go in with a frame first. Sometimes people have trouble with level, meaning they will paint a crooked curve, a crooked frame, not a complete frame, not a perfect frame. So if that is the case, then you go with straight line. You will level with the center first, and you will string it down like this. Go a little higher if you must. Hold on, let me start a new one. Okay, level it first. Okay, like that. Then they can cut across. And from then on, they can start curving it. The tip, you can do that too. So you can do it like that. Just so the only curve that you worry about is a bottom curve. You don't have to worry about everything else. Everything else is already been measured out. That can also be another method. Another method could be using the angle brush. Oh, where's my angle brush? Let me find the angle brush. I use it for French. Is it here? I misplayed it somewhere. Let me go out and get the angle brush. Okay. So I have my stroke and angle brush. I'm gonna choose the angle brush. So you can use the angle brush for French too. You can either use it with art gel or gel polish. Soak it in. And you can start by touching just the surface like this, like that. Stroke it through. And then you can go back to refine it with the liner brush. And then you can draw your tail up really high if you want. And then color everything down in the bottom. You can do that. You can use a wiping method that we used back in the old day with the oval brush. By painting the bottom first. Go up and do your best to do a swipe. And then you can use the oval brush to clean. So I'm using the oval brush.
Oh.
Touch it. Oh, that's a glitter right here. Touch it and run slowly. One thing about cleaning, especially with gel, you don't want to go fast. Go slow. Touch and
Wiggle, wiggle.
no.
No, I mean I wiggle too.
Oh. Go slow. A method that I only like to do with gel polish, or with nail polish, not with gel nail. But also an option for you if that is your things. You can go back and refine if you like. At this point, it's already everything is already been colored. You see now. You see how often do I use this brush? Very often on all the French technique. So there's many ways of achieving a French. You see if I have any other ways. I think that's about all the way that I can think of for now. Yeah, I think that's all the way that I can think of. But what worked for me is always what I show you first is I painted the line straight through. That just take practice. And then I just fill everything in. That's the easiest way for me. But some beginner can do that. So if you try to do that, it will take you forever. So there is different trick that you can use to adapt to yourself, basically. And that's different way for different peoples. Some people like this, some people like that. Just depend on how your brain work to work with your hands. But the more practice you have, the more stable your pattern will be. And sooner or later, all you need to do is draw a line and then just paint on your frame just like that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. Yes, thank you. So I hope that helped. All right, everyone. Seems like that is the last set.
It was very helpful.
Thank you. Now, I don't know if I will be on live again before I leave for Orlando or not. I have a lot of stuff to take care of into Orlando. If I have time, I will make posters.
We got to figure out how to get this car in the garage. I'm going to need your help.
And right now, my only obligation is for Gemini. Probably I will probably have to squeeze it in between Orlando and Vegas to do a Gemini set. And for painting, like if I want to paint portrait and anything, I'm just gonna do it because I have to film the whole process. So I'm gonna do it up live and I'm gonna film it and just gonna post it because I already reformulate my approach toward it, and as I say, people that are good enough to draw a portrait, they don't really need to learn much. They just need to see how it's done. That can easily be observed through a 1-minute videos, or a YouTube video, a 10-minute YouTube video. That would be way enough. Like my airy set. I don't know if you see my airy set, but I did that on YouTube. Slow too, so people can actually see it and learn. So that is a way that I'm gonna do that from now, and then technique will be saved for live stream. Thank you. Yes, I am excited for Orlando, Vegas. I'm excited for the food because there's restaurant that I want to go to in Vegas. My favorite too.
Well, I now want to hunt down the Bellagio.
Bellagio, yeah. It sounds interesting. Maybe Cindy and Ron will know something about it. All right, everyone. So I am gonna get up here. I will work on this video. See, I have to do video now too. I have to do all these video all the time. I have to do video so I can post it. I need enough content to last me to go to Orlando. Thank you, Celine. All right, I'm gonna get up now. Thank you. This live will be saved right away. Oh, and WhatsApp group. Oh, can you pass me? And if you haven't joined WhatsApp group yet, please the group I can join so you know when I'm going back on live. Cause every time I have live, cause before I have notification on Instagram. It doesn't really come to people. A lot of people have missed Instagram notification, so I make this WhatsApp group. So whenever I go on live, I text into this group. No one in this group are able to talk because then that will make people phone ding all the time. So we disable all comment. The only people that can talk is me and Tara, and it will be the alert system for you. Beside live stream, I also have anytime that holiday come and Cindy decide to have a sales, I will post all the coupon into that group too. So it's like a text message basically. It will alert you.
One-sided text message.
A one-sided text message for me to make announcement of any sort. Even with Premiere, I will tell people where I'm gonna be and what boot number, blah blah blah. So this is an alert from me. Yeah, Instagram is horrible on alerting people. A lot of people have complained about they don't get notification. So on WhatsApp group, you get it right away. Like ding, a text message. All right, everyone. I am gonna be up live now. I will see you soon. Bye bye. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for joining me.